in Blanket Fort HQ for now. For now. I will explain when some people get in the room. I'm here for now. And if you're one of the KKK members from Carrollton, you might want to watch this video because you could get lucky and see this guy, this innocent dude that you don't like for calling you out for being racist. You could see the police pull in my driveway and take me away for an arrest warrant. You don't want to miss that, do you? Yeah, we'll talk about it. I will tell you all about it as soon as some people start coming in. Say hi when you get here. Hit the thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. What up, Trump said. Damn framers, right? All right. Steve's, the other Steve, two Steves at the same time. Rebecca, Jody. What's going on now? Well, the clerk who claims to be the victim in the case refuses to recuse. And she is lying about me owing bond fees, which in Kentucky, you have to pay the bond fees in cash, which is almost, it is always done at the time the bond is paid, which is what we did, Tiffany and I. We paid those bond fees when the bonds were paid. Bonds, mind you, that we should have never had because, as you saw on live stream, we were unlawfully arrested for no reason whatsoever and beat up by chief deputy of the sheriff's department. Blanket Fort HQ. That's right, kiddo. It's not really blankets, but we'll let the tards have their way and call them blankets. They're actually curtains. Anyway, so since the court clerk in my case, which is the same clerk that's claiming to be the victim in my case, who was supposed to recuse, I guess we're going to have to write complaints to the circuit court clerk commissioners something. I don't fucking know. Because she's supposed to recuse. It's her job. They're not allowed to show any impropriety or give even the appearance of impropriety. But in this case, we got impropriety for sure. Because not only is she lying about us paying the bonds, and we have video proof. We were on video. We were recorded on video paying the bond fees. And of course we paid the bond fees. They wouldn't have given us the bond if we not paid the bond fees. But last time we were at court, which was, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, the 2nd or 3rd or something like that, it was addressed in there. And they were saying the clerk was asking the judge to put a warrant out for us, for me and Tiffany, for the unpaid bond fees, which were paid already. So we said, we'll pay them again. $25, there's 3 of them. 1 felony case bond, which was over a thumbnail. And then 2 from the original incident, 1 for me, 1 for Tiffany, misdemeanors. So, even though we had already paid them in court a couple weeks ago, we agreed to pay them again. To which the judge says to the clerk, how would you like for them to pay that? She asked, the judge asked me, she said, Mr. Ryder, can you make time in the next few days to just drive up there and pay it? And I said, yeah, I can do that. I can, like, even though I'm not cool with going to Meade County, I was going to have someone bring the money there for us, or bring the check to pay all 3, which would have been $75. I was going to have somebody bring it for me. So I told the judge, sure. And then the clerk laughed, giggled like a little schoolgirl. She goes, he can't do that, Your Honor. The last judge said that he's not allowed to have any contact with the clerk's office in this case. How am I supposed to have a case going through court if I can't have any contact or file any motions or do anything at the clerk's office at that circuit court clerk for this case? Well, they want me to do it all through my attorney, which is $350 an hour or some shit like that. My attorney doesn't want to have to do this shit. He didn't want to have to bounce back and forth over $25 bond fees that were already paid. Maybe they weren't paid. Maybe we got to pay him again. Maybe he's going to run down there. Maybe he don't. Maybe he's going to... Like, why? It's such a fucking circus clown show. So, there was an arrangement made per the judge in court a couple weeks ago. The judge said, well, how can Mr. Ryder pay it then? You can tell she was getting aggravated. The judge was. With the clerk, not me. And the clerk said, well, I guess he could go to his bank and get cash money orders, and he has to do them all three separate. And then he can certify mail them, I guess. Well, the answer is that she should recuse, and then I can just go to the clerk's office and do whatever business I need to do. That's the answer. So Meade County, Kentucky is fucking corrupt. So she didn't answer like that, though. She said, I guess he could go to his bank and get three separate check money orders written to Meade County Circuit Court Clerk and then certify mail them overnight to me, I guess, Your Honor. So that's what I did. Over $75 worth of bond fees that I already paid. I went to my bank. I got three $25 checks, which cost me $10 to get each. And then I went across the street to the post office, and all this is on video, of course. Went across the street to the post office, and the really nice clerk at the post office decided that she was going to ensure that there was no way they were going to be able to frame me through the post office, because that's what one of the government officials is already trying to do. And she wrote out on the envelopes where they were going, put the certification on there, the green slip that needs to be signed. We wrote the case numbers on every check. We wrote the case numbers on every envelope, and we wrote the case numbers on every certification, so that there was no way that they were going to be able to screw it up and say that we didn't pay it again. And then we certified mailed them. First class expedited mail. Cost me $214. Right? Just me. Me and Tiffany, the only ones that have ever had three $25 bond fees, which should have totaled $75. We're the only ones who has ever had to pay $214 for that process. But we did it. And then it was mailed with tracking. I was so pissed to be discriminated against, to be the only person that has to pay $214 for $75 fees that were bullshit to begin with. In the case that shouldn't be against me, criminal case that should be against the public officials of Meade County. Oh, we're going to sue, Jody. We are absolutely going to sue. We're going to sue the pants off of Meade County. They're buying me a fucking private island. So, and unfortunately, that's like the only resolution, is you got to get through all of it, let them do all the damage they're going to do, and then years down the road, they pay you back because you sue them. And that whole process is not easy either, right? We just want to live our lives, Tiffany and I. We don't want to be extorted. We don't want to be forced to stay home as much as humanly possible, guard our house and kids like we're Fort Knox. But we have to, because Meade County government and the KKK will not leave us alone. They will not stop, which is okay, because we won't stop either. But, so, on, I believe it was the 3rd or 4th, I mailed all 3 checks at the same exact time from the same exact post office, out of the same exact hands, into the same exact bin, and it went out the door at the same exact time, all 3 of them, from the Lanesville, Indiana post office. Left the post office at the same exact time, and all 3 arrived at the Hub Center in Louisville, Kentucky on November 5th at the exact same time, in the same bin, into the same hands, for All the same. And then all 3 letters left on November 5th from the Louisville USPS office at the same exact time, and they all went in transit to the Meade County Detention Center. I'm using tracking. So they all leave USPS on November 5th at the same exact time, and they all are in transit at the same exact time, all 3 of them, same exact time to the Meade County, Brandenburg, Kentucky, Meade County Circuit Clerk's office. For some reason, though, when the post guy walks in the door and he's passing all 3 letters to whoever it is that's supposed to sign them, only 2 of them got signed for and taken, and the felony one just stops. These are money orders. I can prove I paid for them, but I can't prove that they cashed them, right? That's why she asked for a money order. Put a 1 in chat if you think Ellen knew that that's why she needed to ask for specifically ask for a money order, is so that we could not prove that she cashed it. So what happened to that 25? Just in her pocket? $25? And now she's asking for a warrant on a felony case? She's not going to get her warrant, I don't believe, because we proved through the lawyer, again, we didn't actually have court, but she made it look like it was court today at 8:45 this morning, which was actually just supposed to be the deadline for the postal packages to arrive to their office to pay the 3 fees. But the clerk put it on record as if we had court at 8:45 this morning. So both Tiffany and I changed our schedules and made sure that we were on Zoom link, ready for court with Judge Shoemate at 8:45 this morning. Wasn't easy, and I missed work. So we sat there and we sat there and we sat there, and I knew something was wrong because the KKK weren't in there on Zoom like they always are, and Todd wasn't on there like he always is. So I knew something was wrong. No, I know, Joe. Is it Jody there? Yeah, I know, Jody. I can still I did prove it. I did prove it. The proof is not the problem. Proof is not the problem. I can even prove that the letter disappears at the clerk's office. It's literally a little status bar on expedited tracking that I paid extra for. Like I said, I paid $214 to get this stuff done. And only $75 of it was the fees. I was watching that shit close. I got all the proof in the world. It's still, what I'm saying is, if they force me to pay another $25 fee, then the other check's cashed somewhere and nobody can prove who cashed it. So what I think is, that's $25 more for some asshole corrupt government official's pocket. Bought her fucking lunch today, probably. Something. Because the only way for me to make that up is to go buy another one, and then there is no cancellation of the first one. It's a money order. So another $25 out, plus another $15 to mail it, because I'm not allowed to go to my clerk for my open litigation. The clerk's office, where you have to go. The clerk's office is where I have to go to file a motion to recuse the clerk. Now, how is that possible? If the already been recused judge said before he recused, he said 2 things on the bench. He said, 1, we're going to put in a no contact with the clerk's office. 2, I'm recusing. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. You can't make a decision when you're recusing. But they do. There's a lot of things that you can say, you can't do that to the government. And they go, watch me. Because there is no oversight. There's all these commissions and these complaint processes and shit. 99% of them don't even get filled out and done. And then the other 1% probably get fucking laughed at and thrown in the garbage. There is no oversight for government officials. Are you fucking kidding me? all we're doing is exposing it to the public. We're not relieving anybody of any problems. We're not changing anything. It's gotten worse, if anything, since I've started trying to advocate for removing misconduct from government. It's gotten worse. Not on my behalf. Yeah, we've gotten some people arrested. We've gotten more than 14 police officers fired because they committed misconduct and fraud. 14. Now, there's a track record. We had 14 that we know of that were canned because of mine and Tiffany's efforts, because of our work. We had a sheriff locked up on, 19 felonies? Help me out, y'all. Somebody look up how many felonies Jamie Knoll pled guilty to. Jamie Knoll, Noel. And we know there were 6 officers that were in our raid, that were in his club, that also got fired along with him. But then we had the chief of police from Clarksville canned, demoted. We got the chief of police from Jeffersonville demoted. There's been at least, we got the Utica chief canned. We got officers from Utica canned. We've done a lot of work. Some people may say that's good. You can put a one in chat if you think that we did good. We like hearing it. You can put a one in chat if you think that we've done good in the last 3 or 4 years, Tiffany and I, with our work. But I will tell you that even if you think we did good, we have not solved any problems with the government, because all they do is turn around and put more people in there, or the ones that still work there commit misconduct. They abuse their authority. They abuse their position. And it ain't cops. It ain't just cops. It's fucking lawyers and judges and prosecutors. And when I said lawyers, I actually meant prosecutors the first time, because those are officials. You know, it's chiefs. It's people. Hell, even the FBI is corrupt. Even the people that oversee the state for misconduct are corrupt. Even them. Hey, Tiff.
Hey.
I'm live streaming.
I know.
They're all corrupt. Every agency from the top to the bottom, they're all corrupt. So, this woman who probably pocketed the $25 on the 5th, signed for the other 2, the green card that goes back to me, and they were immediately sent back to me. I received them on the 6th, the very next day. So they went from Meade County all the way through the mailing system back to my mailbox. The two of the 3 cards back to my mailbox and in my hand, but not the 3rd, not the felony case. What are we going to do about it, Zuzana? You know what I mean? What are we the people going to do about it? Like in this, what I got to do right now, we're going to do everything that you got available to you. Like, we're going to do everything the citizens have available. We are going to file the complaints. We are going to file the motions to the judge. We are going to, and look, you know how they look at this? Come on, man, it's $25. Fuck, I got stuff to do. That's how they look at it. Like, why are we bickering over $25? I'm not bickering over $25. Matter of fact, I paid $75 twice just so there wouldn't be any bickering. What I'm upset about is the fact that this corruption is keeping me from having the ability to go to the clerk to file motions. They're trying to get where I have to pay $350 every single time my lawyer makes a fucking phone call. And then they're making reasons for them to make phone calls. They're trying to drain us, y'all. Well, we done cut our connection, our contract with the property. So that's the money we're using. We're stuck in square one. Everything that we went through after the raid, all that's going right back to the government. Just a different government. Because I ain't making no money here. You know. So there's your justice, folks. It's fake. Now, when we sue Meade County, there are 6 agencies that are getting sued. It will probably be a very, very big payout. But why? I know Killa, the Tard, the dude working with KKK. Hi, Killa. Tard cannot spell or speak a sentence without spitting on yourself. I know you don't have your own content and that you're drowning without mine. Hi, Killa. I got some surprises in store for you, Killa Milla. Thank you, Gloria. I'm sorry. Thank you, Steve from New Zealand. Member for 8 months, man. Steve, you have been awesome. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hi, KKK. Watching Killa Milla's channel. Everybody, let's do an L for the Ku Klux Klan who is watching us right now on Killa Milla's channel. The Carrollton, Kentucky Ku Klux Klan that are the only people watching Killa Milla's videos right now. Let's give them an L. Look at the L's. Come on, L for the KKK that are watching Killa Milla's channel right now. He's got 2 people in there. He's got 2 types of people in there. Either the Carrollton, Kentucky KKK. Look at all them L's for you, Killa. You are famous. That's what you wanted, Tardo. To be famous, plumber from fucking New Jersey. Thought he'd carry water for Todd Bryant. You only are making yourself look as stupid as you talk, dude. I look at right. Steve Cousins with New Zealand $10 pillow for Diesel. He actually needs a new bed. We were talking about that today. Thank you so much, Steve Cousins. Do you care if we use that for Lawfare, buddy? Steve Cousins, I hope your health is doing well, by the way. We're glad to see you for sure. They were trying to, the detractors, the KKK group, they were doing the lying all over YouTube like they do, because that's what KKK is good for nowadays, is lying and harassing people on the internet. They were running around going to the morons like Todd and Killa Milla who believe everything they hear from KKK members. And they were saying that I was confusing you with Finkel or vice versa. They were trying to make it sound like whenever I bash Finkel, because his name's Steve Nolan, they were trying to make it sound like when I bash Finkel that I was actually bashing you. Are they not stupid? They're so stupid. Just because your name's Steve. I've got many Steves in here right now. Anyway, that was a lot of L's. Thank y'all. That was a lot of L's for the KKK. You know, KKK is still not popular for some reason. They have been trying since the 30s or 40s. They're still not popular. Greg, you should find something else to do while you're home on welfare every day. Giggles? Mary Ellis, you should find something better to do with your life than harass people of color. Just a suggestion. It's a free country. We know you call that First Amendment. So we support your First Amendment, just not the behavior that you're using it for. Tav gave 50 memberships. Are you serious? Tav, fuck yeah, bro. Thank you. 50 memberships. What, just now? Holy shit, where's the green? It should be flying. Hell yeah. Thank you, Tav. Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Tav. Big help. We've been nickel and diming it through our lawsuit money trying to handle lawfare against this Meade County government corruption. So I'm very grateful for every dime. Trust me. And then, you know, of course, we're kind of stuck under a rock. Steve with another $10. Diesel needs eye covers to sleep better. You think so? Could you imagine, you all, if we gave Diesel every single thing that Steve requests? What he would look like? He'd be all bundled up with a bunch of crazy shit and jewelry everywhere. Earmuffs and boots. And oh, man. I would bring him out here to see you, but he is wound up and hanging out with his bro. Hanging out with this little buddy. So if I brought him out right now, he would just knock everything over and get all wild and try to get back in the house. So, will you ever stop lying, snitch? Says Bill Clinton's. Who are you talking to, Bill Clinton? Is there a chat fight? Is there a chat fight? Or is he talking to me? Way out of turn. Way out of turn. You know, there are some snitches on YouTube, though. Aren't there, Killamilla? There are some snitches on YouTube, though. Aren't there, Chris Ruff? Todd Bryant. There are some snitches on YouTube who work with the government. There really are. They don't work with the government against the government. They work with the government against YouTubers and the people. You didn't even get a membership there, Toe? Sorry about your luck, buddy. Sorry about your luck, Toe. Maybe you should buy some. You'll get one if you buy one, Toe. You've been around for a long time. Your membership could be so green, dude. It'd be like when you're stopped at a green light behind somebody, stopped at a green light. You're like, it don't get no motherfucking greener than this. That's how long you've been around, Toe. Damn. All right. So yeah, that's what's up. The tracking. Steve Cousins with another New Zealand $5. Diesel wants earrings. Here we go. Thank you so much, Steve Cousins. Thank you so much, Steve. Damn, makes me lose track of what I'm saying. Oh, tracking. So we've got the tracking stopping at the Meade County Clerk's office. I've sent that in. If they want me to send in another $25 for the extortion, it is under threat of arrest. They are threatening to put out a warrant in a felony case over $25 that I've already paid. This would be the third time. When Killamilla hasn't even paid his electric bill 3 times. Because we, the people, pay that for him because he's on welfare lying about being a plumber. Plumbers actually have some experience with things. They do not talk like Tard. They're not like, hey, I'm at work today. Diesel wants a nose ring and earrings. Are you kidding me, Steve? $5 more for Diesel nose ring. Damn, that would be kind of cool looking though on him. Like one of them center ones, like a bull. Oh, shit. It's cold out here tonight, y'all. I'm probably not going to stay long. But it is amazing to see 100 people in here. Thank you all so much. That is tonight's topic. That's it. Just want to let you know that if I'm not here tomorrow, it's because Ellen, the clerk, in my case, who is also claiming to be the victim in my case, is abusing her position as circuit court clerk, which she's supposed to have recused. And she is asking for warrants for my arrest over a bond fee that I keep on paying. Did you get some good body cam there, Tav? Tav, you got a wrench, don't you? Throw your channel link in there, bub. Throw your channel link in. Everybody make sure you're subscribed to Tav if you're not already. That's the Angry Vet. I'm going to read some jail soon. I doubt it. I don't think that they're brave enough. I think it's like a threat for extortion. I mean, they know we paid it and they know we can prove it. So maybe, I don't know. I can't say, Ken. I don't know what they're going to do. It's the government. These are corrupt government officials from a podunk, hillbilly, backwoods Kentucky town. They'll do whatever the fuck they want. They don't care about being stupid. They don't even recuse from cases when they're obviously violating everything in the rules for staying in. La Rata. Has anybody seen Bao the past couple days? Haven't seen Bao for the past couple days. I hope he gets back at it soon. I really enjoy watching him stay on top of the YouTube streets. If I can prove it, why don't you? Well, to who? I did prove it. We sent it to the clerk's office. Said, look, it stops at your door. Here's the tracking. Here's the number. Here's the picture of the check. Here's the video of us sending it to you. You know, we did prove it. Eggs fell. We did prove it. It doesn't matter though. You missed Mal Gloria. Steve Cousin says hi, Tiffany.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Steve.
That was perfect timing, actually, Steve, because she just pulled back in from running down to the store. All right, who else we got? Anybody else? Any questions? Got questions? Anything? Haters? Questions? KKK? Questions? No? Yes, it was. Well, it wasn't just registered. It was certified with tracking. And the tracking stops at the front door of the Meade County Courthouse. The other two, she collected and signed for and sent me back the green cards. But the felony one, it just stops right there. I mean, do you all believe that the postman dropped one of them in the floor at Brandenburg? Like at the court clerk's office? I don't. Would y'all believe that? Put a one in chat if that's not believable. That the postman lost it at the door at the courthouse. What up, Rogue Nation? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, certified with tracking, and they were money orders in which I've got on video with the case numbers written on each check individually. There's no way that we've got all the proof in the world. The problem is the impropriety. The problem is the conflict of interest. That's the big problem. And I'm really struggling with that because what do we do about it? It's their job, right? It's not really law. I mean, it's written in the law. I guess it is law, but they don't have to follow the law. They're government. They don't follow the law. You could say, oh, well, they're held to the law, meaning they could get arrested and charged for breaking the law, but they won't. See, the remedy for this stuff is under Section 1983, U.S. 42, 1983. And what that is a civil rights violation lawsuit against the agency, which is what we'll have to do. But it takes years. We've done one already. We did one, which is what started our YouTube channels. Maybe the pigs at the courthouse ate it. Yeah. All right. Maybe they did. A lot of people are thanking you for the membership, Tav. Just like me. Thank you, my brother. I did have 70-some thousand subs, but the government infiltrated my YouTube channel. Dead serious. A peanut head retard government official who had to get elected because he's got no experience, no qualifications. That's the problem with elected officials. They don't have any qualifications. They just get elected. So you can be anybody and get the job. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to win an election. What's that?
Very bottom.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Okay. Well, whoever said Killer was sniping me was wrong. I don't believe he's sniping me. Too bad. I'd like for him to hear my message. I know he's playing my content, but that is what he's been doing that's all he's got. It's my content. Yeah, okay. So Ken's asking about like what they're going to do in the jail. Well, for the past 2 years, 2 public officials from Meade County, Kentucky have been on YouTube on a channel that was a stolen valor murderer with 16 theft and fraud felonies over his head. He was out on bond. And on that channel daily, they were doing live streams, these 2 government officials with him. And they said things like, well, we're going to get him under our jail. The chief deputy of the sheriff's department was on there, and he said, they were talking about getting me arrested in Meade County. And he had said, well, I got a friend with a couple of backhoes, and people go missing out here in Meade County all the time. These are the public officials that have been doing this on YouTube. On YouTube have been saying this shit. 2 years now. Meanwhile, they bring the Ku Klux Klan from Carrollton to all of our hearings and send them to our front door. It's crazy, man. Welcome to Kentucky. Steve Cousins dropping another $5. Diesel wants a tail ring. Now that's being creative, my friend. A tail ring. Tail ring, nose ring, earrings, right? Boots, jacket. What else have you done? A bed. I mean, that dog is going to be, I mean, you won't even be able to see a dog underneath all that bling. Thank you so much, Steve. Man, I hope you're feeling better. Steve had an accident a couple weeks ago. Rocky wants a toe ring. It'd be hard to put a toe ring on Rocky. He'd probably scratch me. Anybody else? Questions? Anybody? I know some KKK members are watching. Do y'all have any questions? As long as Steven doesn't buy him a magnet next. Angry Vet with another $5. If you think you've been cut by the government, contact that link. They may be able to help you. There you go. Thank you for that super chat, Tav. And everybody from here knows, subscribe to the Angry Vet and use that link if you think that the government has cut you. I am unaffiliated with that link. However, I'm not unaffiliated with Tav. He is a good friend of mine, and I trust him more than most, which is saying a lot because I don't really trust many people at all, aside from Tiffany. So thank you so much, Tav. I appreciate your participation in this effort too. David says, I've lived in Kentucky my whole life, and I can tell you they don't always have to be a Klan member to do dirty shit. Yeah, that's correct. Right. But the ones I'm dealing with are. Like, they are. That's how I met them. Is I was using my YouTube channel to expose them because they had been doing Ku Klux Klan shit in the streets. But we're going to do another video. My next live stream is actually going to be my experience with that very group. How many Hate Chris Ryder channels are there currently? Well, they're all the same group. I think there's like 3 now because Kaiser's in prison for being dropped off at my front door by a government official while him and Todd were stalking Tiffany's daughter, minor daughter. So, you know, when Todd Bryant's audience watches this later because he steals all my content and plays everything that I put on, just know the reason Todd got a protection order, the reason that we're doing all this to ensure that he stays the fuck away from us is because him and Scarborough were stalking at the time a 13-year-old, but they also stalked her when she was 14 and 15. You don't stalk kids. All right. Anybody, any questions before I go? Look, see my breath? It's cold out here. The world seems to hate you, says we got a call. Remember that they first hated Jesus. You're in good company. Yeah, and I don't mind them hating me because these are hateful, bad people anyway. I don't want them to like me. I don't want them anywhere near me. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer that they hate me than pretend to be my friend or associate with me by any means whatsoever. I mean, we're literally talking about, you know, people who go out of their way. They leave their welfare house, right? They leave their Section 8 home, and they go out onto the streets to call people the N-word and to call them pedos and do things to try to hurt and damage people due to their skin color. I'm not into that, man. I don't want nobody like that around me. Steve Cousins dropping another $5. Diesel wants tinted glasses now. Y'all, for some reason, the heart is not working on my super chats. Just know that I love you very much. This is not a very good heart. I love you very much for doing them. Tiffany's the one that knows how to do the heart hands, not me, apparently. Look at that. That's awful. Holy shit. These old working hands can't do nothing like that. Sorry about that. Thank you, though, Steve. I'll do it like this, man. I appreciate it. Diesel does, too. My decked out bling bling Diesel. Maybe I should do a meme where I dress Diesel all up and in bling and post it for you. Gonna see you at Flo's again soon. Yeah, sure. I'm a regular with Flo on his channel. I like what he's doing over there. Yeah, Flo's cool as shit. Thank you. You can Rents, you can drop the Powder Dusty's link in here too. Him and I have done some collaborations together, and I'm sure there'll be many more in the future. I've actually got a video that I'm working on. Was that David? Let's see. Yeah, David. I've actually got a video I'm working on Andrew Wilson. It's I can't remember the title, but it's something to the effect of the pickle jar wins again. Did you see where I mopped the floor with him just by having a pickle jar? It freaked him out again, and he did the same fold that he did the first time he couldn't open the pickle jar, and he got embarrassed, and he went and ran to Jake. And he said, "Help me, Jake, help me." And all it was is a picture of a pickle jar. Dude ran to Jake. He's like, "Help me, Jake." How sad is it to be a paid influencer for MAGA and speaking on the platform of, "Oh, well, I'm this alpha tough guy," but you're not able to open a motherfucking pickle or olive jar, and then you run away and get scared and put another man in front of you when you see a mere pickle jar on the screen. You made a couple shorts about Drew, but under another account. Won't push. Man, I tell you what's being pushed in the political world with these paid social media accounts like that is it's all propaganda bullshit. That's what I don't like about it. I'm not Republican nor Democrat. I don't believe in separating the people. So, but what I do see is what the problems are, right? Like I do have a concept of what the issues are in today's society politically. And what I'm seeing is all these paid influencers on either side, they are creating division and they're full of shit. They're fucking liars. It's a grift. It's a scam. It's a scam to separate and divide America. So I call it out. I call it out. Even though people go, "You shouldn't be political." Well, I don't think I am being political. I think I'm being American. And I don't claim to be an alpha male. They do. They claim to be alpha males, but they run away at either a genuine governmental conversation or the mere sight of an image of a jar. I'm sorry, that cracks me up. Motherfucker runs from a picture of a jar lid. United we stand. That is right. Divided, I think you meant we fall. That's right, caveman. Agreed. You know, I don't know what we intend on getting fixed. Like that ain't going to be very much. But one thing we can do is hold the line. I think we can hold the line. And we haven't been doing that so well as a society for at least 4 years. And I say 4 years, not because it's Trump's term. I say 4 years because that's how long I have been proactive. I've been proactive for 4 years, and what I've seen is we've held the line a little, and then we've lost a bunch. Then we've held that line a little, and then we've lost a bunch more. And I'm talking about constitutional rights and freedoms. We hold the line, we lose some. We hold the line, we lose some more. Remember it was up here? Boom. That's what's happening. We are losing our rights as American citizens in this country day by day, minute by minute. And it's the little shit. Like clerks who say, "I'm not following the law. I don't have to recuse. I can just keep abusing my duties." It's judges on a daily basis say, "I ain't doing that. I'm doing this because politically, that's the side I'm on." It's literally presidents going, "Shit, I'll take a fucking airplane." You know what I mean? I'll cover up the Epstein files. That's the kind of shit we got going on in our government. It's sheriffs saying, "Well, I'm going to steal the commissary fund and go buy myself a helicopter or a train or put gas in the cars that I'm supposed to be using at work so that it can run my security company, my private security company that I contracted through the government by putting it in my wife's name." They do that shit. They break the law. And why do they do that? Because if it was you, non-government people, that did that, you would have a cot and 3 meals per day. And you'd be looking at gray walls, blocks, concrete blocks. But when they do it, The worst thing that ever happens to them is getting fired. That's it. That's why it's happening. This nation is divided too. So we're not even holding the line. I don't have a private security company. I'm talking about the government. Do you know how many government officials own private companies that they utilize the resources of tax-paid stuff in their positions for their private companies? My old channel had minimum 8 that we caught locally, just picking our noses around in the local stuff. We found at least 8. We found one security company that went into 3 different police stations. There were 3 different supervisory position people involved in one security company. They were using the cars, the guns, the vests, the gas cards, everything to run one security company. It was 3 police involved in it, and it was all in the assistant chief deputy of one of the agency's wife's name. And in Meade County, an elected official is his girlfriend has a security company right now as we speak, Meade County, Kentucky, in which the jailer who's elected is using the gas cards from the jail and the cars from the jail and the employees from the jail to run his girlfriend's security company, because it's actually his security company. That shit's all over. Security companies are a huge front for government corruption right now. They're using the police resources. They're using the jail resources. You know, all that's illegal. It's all conflict of interest. It's clearly written in federal law. Do research on Flock. Yeah, Flock's crazy. It's a violation of the 4th Amendment for sure. Tube Sock with $2. You have always kept it 100%. The haters are just jelly. You know you're right. Thank you so much, Tube Sock. You know you're right. I've always backed everything up and proved it. Public funded resources. That's right, David Wayne. That's what we're talking about. And they do it all over the nation. Like if I can find 6 or 8 in just like a year of spending 2 days a week, you know, going and looking for it, then I guarantee you, like, imagine if 40 people spent 2 days a week going and looking for it in their neck of the woods. I'll bet you it would pop up everywhere. Like, you know how much money that is collectively? If you think drug trade from different countries is a problem, imagine if we really dug our heels in and looked into where all the stolen tax money from government operators is going. And I'm not talking about the ones that they do blatantly in front of you, like spend a few $1 million on some golf. I'm talking about the ones that they think they're hiding from you, that's available in the public records, and a little bit of nosing around. Put it on in chat if y'all have seen me and Tiffany uncover that and expose that on For Public Safety YouTube channel. Put it on in chat if you have seen us expose that very stuff. Like, I'm not talking out my ass. Gregory, the cameraman with $2, says, love your work, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Greg. We appreciate what you've been doing too, man. We appreciate what you have been doing too. Thank you. The unlimited charity for the vest and new cars. All right, caveman. Remember the vest? Remember the fraud that we caught the sheriff of Meade County in? And he's still got a bulletin board on his wall saying that you can. They bought those vests 3 or 4 years ago. That collection for those vests was done, paid. All the officers have their vests, and he's still pretending that collection is existing through a nonprofit that ain't doing shit with them. Yeah. So, I mean, there's so much fraud with government. There's so much fraud with government. It's still currently going on. That's right, caveman. We're talking about Meade County, Kentucky Sheriff Department. Been collecting for bulletproof vests, which he bought years ago. They've been bought a long time ago, and they lied about how much they cost, because I called and confirmed how much they actually did pay, and it was, at that time, the collection was like thousands of dollars higher that they had received, and they still got a thing on the wall saying, if you want to donate to our officers to get new vests. That was like 7 fucking years ago. They all have their vests, and then some. Fraud, theft, coercion, extortion. They do it all. And who do they answer to? Well, they're supposed to answer to we the people, but the only avenue that we the people have is to file complaints. And when we file these complaints, guess who we're depending on? Them. It's not funny. I just can't help but laugh at the irony of how stupid it is. The string puller JJ, says Rebecca. Yeah, the cars too. Yeah, no one but their own, just their own decisions. Yeah. All right, guys. I am gonna head inside the house and get warm again because it's cold out here. That was what I had for today. I am gonna do another live stream this week in regards to my personal experiences. I will tell you and show you how the KKK has shifted and changed over the years using my personal experience, because I want you all to see what the Kentucky KKK people are doing today as tactics to be that very same organization. Like the very minor changes, but to you it might look like huge differences. But I want to update you with what today's KKK is actually doing in real time, and they are not gone at all. They're not gone. They're still working with government. I'll show you in the next live stream. So hopefully you all are there. I'll see you in the YouTube streets. Love you guys. Tiffany loves you guys. Diesel loves you guys. And we will see you on the next one.